Good morning. And it actually is morning, which is why I have a nice and husky voice. But today I'm going to get rolling with the 12th piece of advice that I give to my childhood self. And the 12th piece of advice is don't take it personally. This one in particular is quite similar to other people's opinions are none of your business. But it is a bit different. And I kind of thought about it. I was like, I think it's in and of its own right. Anything not taking it personally, that is just looking like everything that is beyond someone's opinion. So their actions, their way of being, and the way that they show up in the world or show up with you. It's not always about you. So people, more often than not, are doing things for themselves and are reacting to their external world based on the things that are happening for them internally. And I personally used to, and still do at times, take things very personally. I make it mean something about me. So their treatment of me reflects something on me. But if I really look at the reality of what's happening, I can sit there and be like, okay, cool. This actually has nothing to do with me. This is more about them and their story and their history and their upbringing and what they know to be true. It has nothing to do with my reality and what they think about me, or even beyond what they think about me, but does not reflect me as a person. So this can show up. Some people can just be really rude and snappy or can look down on you because of a circumstance. And those things, it's really important to realize that those things are a product of one's own personal worldview. So personally, I really struggle. I'm quite an athletic person. I'm not super sporty. I like doing a lot of sports, and that often puts me in this weird middle ground because I like doing sports, but I'm not always very good at them because I didn't do a lot of them growing up because I was a girl. And even though I did sports, it wasn't pushed on me the same way I think that it's presented to men. And so I, in later life, have been trying to play catch up a little bit. I have this sporty feeling in my body, which I love it, but then my ability doesn't really match. And so I'm willing to give anything a go, and I just have a good time doing it. And I'm okay with the failure in the process. But sometimes the thing that gets me is if I want to go and do that thing with other people, I often get left out or left behind or things like that because I'm not, I'm a girl. And maybe that's not true. And I don't even, in those circumstances, know the true meaning behind it. I can so for example, this happened to me today, which is why I'm talking about it. And so I can sit there and I can make all the meanings I want about it. I can sit there and come up with justifications why I wasn't invited and this, that, and the other, and like all these things, like just like one person invited someone else and I just wasn't even considered. And it's like I could make that based on something about me, which it might be, but that doesn't serve me. That doesn't make me feel good. That doesn't actually bring me any more happiness. Instead, if I look at the reality of what it more likely is that it's that person's social upbringing, along with most of us, along with my social upbringing, is that men are better at sports and they like doing sports more. And women just like to, I don't really know, because I don't adhere to this norm, so I don't really know what women are meant to do or men are meant to do. I live in this world in my mind where people can do whatever They want, like, you want to be a dancer and you're a man, amazing. If you want to not know how to dance at all and you're a woman, I know the feeling. Like, you're okay. Like, these, especially in this day and age, just letting go of these social norms, these gender roles, it's just so important, because they just are so fluid, and just, they were in existence so long ago and for so long that they're shifting. But I think in the younger generations, I think I'd love to see what they're gonna come out with, because I think my generation is still burdened with those opinions from our parents and their parents. So it's still in us a bit. Anyway, so in this particular scenario, just acknowledging that someone else's upbringing and just rationalizations we make quick judgment calls and quick actions based on past information, so that we can make quick decisions and good decisions in terms of like our survival brain. And so if I really look at the situation and go, survival brain, like what is happening in his brain, this other person, and I just go like, all right, he just probably made a quick assumption and I didn't jump in to say anything, so I can't sit here and stew that it's all about me. But it can be really hard, and I feel it right now, like I'm quite in it, and I can feel being upset by it. But I just acknowledge that I just keep coming back out, just I feel it, and then like we talked about in another video, just feeling it in your body, just like acknowledging that. So yeah, I think the skill of not taking it personally is just a really amazing way to take on the world, and just in terms of the way that you show up in the situations, and being able to have this confidence and knowing in yourself of just being able to show up in so many different contexts, so many different situations, and acknowledging that you're going to bring your own background, history, ideas, beliefs to that table, and that someone else is going to bring their own unique set of beliefs, history, to the table as well. And if you're acknowledging that fact, you know that things are going to be different, and you know that those judgments, beliefs, quick snap, whatever, are not about you. It's about their upbringing, their history. And so if you can take all this on board and bring that into situations and not take it personally, wow, like what a day that would be. I'm not 100% there yet, so I'll let you know when I get there. But I do notice even today, being triggered by it, I show up differently. I react more. I feel sadness, rejection, and it almost closes me off from, for example, in this particular situation, when I heard it, I felt that sad, closed, rejected feeling. And so I wasn't able to be like, hey, that sounds awesome, I'm coming along. But if I could get to the point where I wasn't taking it personally, if that sparked something in me, for example, if they're like, oh, let's go for surf or whatever, and I'd be like, yeah, I want to go for surf. And they're like, oh, well, we're going to go. Surfing's different. Like, anyone can be on a wave. But if it's like terrain specific, it could spark something in me. And for example, mountain biking, like, oh, we're going to be riding blacks. It's like, oh, well, I won't be doing that. But I could be like, you know what? I'm going to go up anyway. That sounds really fun. That's so inspired me just to get out there and get on my back again and have more practice. So that eventually one day that I can be, yeah, I'll come along. So not taking things personally, I think, is another one of those just skills in the tool belt of life. life skills. And in terms of teaching this to kids, I guess just cultivating this understanding that we do all have different beliefs, we do all have different understandings of the world. And when we get upset about something, kind of like in that moment showing, when we get upset about something, it's not always about the other person. It's about what we've made it mean about ourselves. And I think that is such an important realization. And yeah, I think just cultivating that understanding just through general life lessons can be really cool. So yeah, that is my 12th piece of advice, my childhood self. Have an amazing day, and I will speak to you tomorrow.